Chris here and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, since tapos na yung aking US vlog series, for today's vlog, I will be discussing naman yung total expenses ko for that trip. So that kung naghahanap kayo ng idea kung magkano roughly yung need nyong ihandang funds for a US trip, specifically for if you're going to Los Angeles and New York City, then this will be a great video for you. And spoiler alert, medyo mahal siya. But before I proceed, guys, if you haven't watched my US vlog series, I will put the link somewhere here and even sa description box. So please watch it. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please like and subscribe. So now let's proceed to our video. And before I begin, guys, so just to give you a background of this US trip. So I traveled to the United States for 2 weeks or 13 to 14 days, and nagstay ako for 7 days sa Los Angeles and then 5 or 6 days sa New York City. So doon naka-based yung total expenses ko, and when it comes naman to the conversion, basically ang ginamit kong final amount is yung posted transactions from my credit card. So yung conversion was based doon sa posted amount sa mga transactions ko sa credit cards, since mainly credit cards yung ginamit ko to pay for things and to mostly lahat ng mga ginastos ko doon. And yung mga cash na ginamit ko naman, I use 57 pesos per 1 USD conversion, since yun naman yung average nung naging conversion ko doon sa based doon sa credit card statements ko. So now let's proceed to the video. So let's start with the pre-arrival expenses. So these are the expenses before I went to the United States. So ito yung mga nagastos ko even before I traveled to the United States. So let's start with the US visa. So yung US visa, during the time that I have applied was 185 USD. So the conversion to that was 11,100 pesos. So that was in December. So ito, pwedeng mag-iba-iba yung price in peso, depende sa conversion. So baka nowadays medyo mas bumaba siya, since bumaba din yung US dollar conversion. Parang nasa 56 na lang, di ba? Yung conversion. And then next kong binook was the round trip flights. So I booked my flights through the Asiana Airlines. So it's a Korean airline. So yung round trip na yon was, yung entry ko was in Los Angeles sa LAX, tapos yung exit ko naman going back home here sa Manila was in John F. Kennedy in New York City. So yung round trip flights na yon ay $783.11. So that was, so in conversion, that was 46,433.63 pesos. So if mapapansin nyo, medyo mura siya for me. Kasi yung round trip flights ko nung Europe ko last year was nasa 75,000 pesos. So this one, medyo mura siya. That's because nung nag-book ako, I booked this flight December of 2024. Like right after I got my visa or I got my passport, nag-book agad ako ng flight. And during that time, nung December, merong promo si Asiana Airlines na 10% discount for new members or new customers. So yun yung isa sa mga reasons din na nagpababa nung price nung round trip flight ko. And then, from LA to New York, syempre, kailangan ko ulit ng flight doon. So, nag-book naman ako ng flight for that sa Delta Airlines. And that was $187.98. So, sa conversion, it was 11,256 pesos and 58 centavos. So, ito naman yung pinakamurang flight na nakita ko na nung nagsa-search ako ng flight, because yung average price range ng mga domestic flight from LA to New York City was around $200 plus. So, nung nakita ko tong flight na to na 187 lang, binok ko na. Although, medyo pangit lang yung time kasi yung time ng flight was gabi. So, nakarating ako ng New York City ng the following day na. Umaga na. And then, travel tax, syempre, kasama yan lagi. So, that's 1,620 pesos. And then, yung eSIM data ko na ginamit ko during my trip. So, nag-book ako sa Aeralo. I'm not sure if, yan ba yung tamang pagbigkas niya. But I've been using Aeralo since last year. Na-start ko siyang ma-discover nung nag-Europe trip ako. So, yun na lagi yung ginagamit ko every time na nagta-travel ako abroad, para hindi na ako nagpapalit ng SIM and I don't also like yung pocket wifi kasi medyo hassle yun kasi need mo pang ibalik. So this one is very convenient, and yung binubook ko lagi is yung 10 gig data, good for 30 days, and that's more than enough kasi medyo matagal maubos yung 10 gig na yun, and never ko siyang nauubos during my trip. And during this US trip nga, may natira pa akong parang 2 gig after my trip. So, yung eSIM data na yon was 1,612.96 pesos. And then, yung next ko namang binok ay hotels. So, yung hotel ko sa LA was $784.51. So, that was $45,172.69. So, medyo mahal siya, no? So, this was for a 7-day, 6-night stay. And, the reason why mahal siya is because, yung location niya was in the, like, medyo center, or, not sure kung part siya nung downtown LA, pero medyo may kalayuan siya from the LAX airport. And I would really suggest to actually book hotels na nasa center na, kasi nga medyo mahirap, especially if magre-rely kayo sa public transportation. It's best to book hotels na within the center na malapit sa train stations, because mas magiging mura siya sa inyo compared sa if mag-book kayo malapit sa hotels, because maraming hotel na malapit sa LAX and they were even cheaper. And in fact, yung una kong parang pre-book na hotel, yung parang sinave ko lang pero hindi ko pa binayaran agad, was lang siya, malapit lang siya sa LAX airport, like mga 15-minute drive lang, and that was only around $500. Pero na-realize ko na walang malapit kasi na walang malapit na train or even public transportation from LAX aside from the flyaway bus, I think. So naisip ko na baka mahirapan ako na maggala-gala since walang malapit na transportation. So, it's gonna be really expensive naman if mag-Uber lang ako, kasi ang Uber from LAX to like sa mga center, like sa city center for example, like 1 hour away siya. So, that's gonna cost you $70 USD. One way pa lang yun. So, imagine if doon ako nag-book malapit nga sa LAX and mas murang hotel, pero if every day naman mag-spend ako ng almost $150 for my Uber ride, then I think mas nakamura pa rin ako booking a much pricier hotel pero at least nasa center. And I highly recommend yung hotel na pinagstayan ko sa LA because sobrang ganda niya as you if nakita niyo yung vlog ko, di ba? Ang ganda ng hotel, malawak siya, malaki. And yun, malapit pa sa train station and maraming mga kainan and may malapit na grocery which is yung Raps. So I highly recommend that hotel and nasa Koreatown siya. So Asian community. So it's fairly safe there. So i-post ko na lang somewhere or even sa description yung hotel na binook ko. And also I think one din na nagpamahal dito is because syempre solo lang ako and this room that I booked was actually good for 2 people at least. So syempre kung may kahati ka mas ma-half pa yan, so mas makakamura ka. So yan yung hotel ko sa LA. I booked this through booking.com. Tapos yung New York hotel ko naman was $485.39. So that's about 28,956 pesos and 31 centavos. This is for 6 days, 5 nights stay naman. And ito, although malayo din siya sa mga attractions, like, kasi sa Queens area to sa Flushing, Queens, and syempre, and yung mga attractions kasi sa New York City, di ba, nasa Brooklyn, Manhattan area. So, medyo malayo yung hotel na yon pero it's fine that it's far because very reliable naman and very efficient naman yung train system, yung subway system ng New York City. So, okay lang kahit malayo ka dun sa mga attractions kasi madali naman silang puntahan through their subway stations. And I also highly recommend this hotel. Although yun lang, medyo masisikip yung room doon, especially dun sa na-assign na room sa akin. It was really such a small room pero enough lang para makapagpahinga and okay naman, naging comfortable naman yung stay ko doon. So yun, so that was my hotel in New York City. I'll also flash here and sa description yung name ng hotel. It's actually called the One Boutique Hotel. Basta flash ko na lang. And then yung Disneyland ticket ko naman, yung entrance ticket ko was 8,098 pesos. So this is for one park only kasi may 2 parks doon sa Disneyland California. So isang Disneyland Park and California Adventure. Pero ang entrance lang na binook ko was for the Disneyland Park. So that was 8,098 pesos. And then lastly, Universal Studios ticket ko na entrance 8,212 pesos. So ito lahat yung pre-arrival expenses ko. Actually, except pre-arrival din naman yung travel tax since binayaran ko siya before ng flight ko. So, yung total expenses ko, even before reaching the United States, was 162,462 pesos and 17 centavos. So, as you can see, dito pa lang, di ba? Hindi ka pa nakakarating ng United States pero eto na yung gastos mo. And as you can see, wala pang masyadong activities yan. Like 2 activities pa lang siya. And ganito na siya kamahal. So yeah, it was really expensive. It was an expensive trip. So now let's proceed sa day 1. So yung day 1 ko naman, this includes yung paggaling ko dito from home, tapos yung travel ko pa airport hanggang sa dumating na ako sa LA, all of that. So yung buong day 1 ko na yon, ang total na nagastos ko was 7,078 pesos and 97 centavos. So yeah, so yan yung day 1 ko. Hindi ko na isa-isahin yung mga kung ano man yung ginastos ko pero yan siya. Tapos yung day 2 ko naman, ang total ng nagastos ko, so ito yung mga ginastos ko for day 2. And my total expenses for that day was $158.05, and in peso that's 9,071.6 pesos. So yan, lahat ng mga ginastos ko. And then day 3, wait lang, nice lang. So for day 3 naman, I spent a total of $122.65 or 7,029 pesos and 69 centavos. Tapos day 4, it's 212 pesos, $212.62 or 12,225.89 pesos. And then day 5, I spent a total of $66.65 or 3,820 pesos and 42 centavos. So dito medyo mas konti yung expenses ko. And then day 6 naman, ito na yung pinaka last full day ko sa LA. So I spent a total of $116.67 or 6,685 pesos and 52 centavos. And then day 7, ito na yung papunta ako ng New York. So I spent a total of $64.85 or 3,723 pesos and 40 centavos. So ayan siya lahat. And then day 8. So day 8 naman, ito yung dumating na ako sa New York City, or ito na yung pinaka day 1 ko sa New York City. So I spent a total of $162.01 or 9,345.55 pesos. So isa sa nagpamahal dito sa day 1 ko sa New York City was yung early check-in ko. Kasi if babalikan niyo yung vlog ko nung day 1 ko sa New York City. So I arrived there quite early, 10 a.m. pa lang, and yung check-in nila was 3 p.m. pa. And at that time, syempre sobrang pagod na ako from my flight from LA. Kasi nga wala talaga akong naging tulog since tanghali ako nag-check out sa LA hotel ko. So from then on, tapos yung flight ko was 10 p.m. So yung whole duration na yun talagang wala na akong naging pahinga. That's why I decided to spend a little, well, not really a little. So parang nag-decide ako to just spend $65 para maka-early check-in ako, which was a good decision at that time kasi nakapagpahinga ako kahit pa paano before I started wandering around the neighborhood. And then, so ayan, sa inyo nagastos ko. Day 9, I spent $108.67 or 6,012.49 pesos. Tapos, day 10 naman, I spent $80.78 or 4,600.08 pesos. And then, day 11, so ito na yung pinaka last full day ko sa New York. So I spent $333.77 or 19,015 pesos and 7 centavos. So syempre, nagpamahal dito was yung pasalubong, yung shopping ko sa Nike, and yung pasalubong ko, which was the economy candy, yung mga chocolates, and yung ref magnets. So yan. And then day 12, yung last day ko doon, hanggang sa makarating na ako dito sa Philippines, kasama yung grab ko from Naiya pabalik dito. So yung total expenses ko was 12,940.79 pesos. So now, are you ready to see yung total amount nung expenses na to? So drum roll. So, ang aking total expenses for this US trip was... Tanan! 264,000 pesos and 11 I'm sorry 264,011 pesos and 64 centavos. So yes, super mahal siya. And it's even more expensive than my Europe trip last year, which was also roughly 2 weeks din siya. But at least doon nakapunta ako ng 6 countries, 'di ba? So although I spent a little more there kasi yung total expenses ko sa Europe trip ko was 300,000 pesos. Pero kasi nag-splurge ako ng shopping doon. Like, 'di ba, bumili ako ng Gucci wallet, ng mga pabango and all of that. Eh dito wala naman akong ganong splurge. I mean, may konting shopping pero hindi siya kasing mahal nung mga shinaping ko doon sa Europe. So, for me, mas expensive tong trip na to. And the fact nga na ang mura pa nung flight ko nito kasi 'di ba nga yung flight ko for that Europe trip was 75,000 pesos. Tapos ito 46 lang pero still, or 56 kasama 56,000 kasama yung domestic flight ko from LA to New York City. So still, 'di ba? Ang mura na sana nun pero yun. For me, mas expensive pa rin to. And syempre, one factor din kung bakit ganito siya kamahal was because first, I was solo. Unlike yung trip ko last year, may kasama akong friend, di ba? So, may kahati ako sa hotel. And at the same time, yung stay ko sa Germany, kasi since nagstay ako doon sa place ng friend ko was free. Eh dito, wala. As in, ako lahat. So, that's why it was much more expensive. And yun, mahal din talaga yung food doon and mahal yung transportation, especially if mag-Uber kayo. So ngayon, if i-itemize natin yung total kong nagastos, so yung total food expenses ko was 42,202 pesos and 44 centavos. So yun, so ganyan kamahal yung food expenses ko for that trip kasi ang mahal talaga, like siguro yung very basic meal would cost you at least $15. So yun yung kunyari may burger, fries and drinks, so $15 na agad yun. And if kakain kayo doon sa mga restaurants talaga na yung may mag-a-assist sa inyo, it's gonna be even more expensive. Like, di ba yung sa Cheesecake Factory, for example, I spent like around $42 there. And then yung sa Pancake House na kinainan ko rin sa New York City, that was around $45. So, if sa mga ganong restaurants kayo kakain, ganon, mga $40+ yung magagastos nyo. And that's just one meal. So, yun. So, 42,000 for the food expenses. Yung transportation expenses ko naman. So, syempre, hindi kasama dito yung flight. So, ito yung mga Uber, yung Grab ko from here, and ano pa ba? So, yun. Tsaka yung yung binili kong mga train tickets na unlimited sa New York and LA. So, sorry. So, yung total transportation expenses ko was 21,987 pesos and 37 centavos. Tapos, yung sa activities ko naman, yung activities lang naman na binayaran ko for this trip was yung sa Disneyland, Universal Studios, and then yung ferry ticket ko papuntang Liberty Park. So, yung total activities ko naman, or total activities expenses was 17,762 pesos and 51 centavos. And then yung other miscellaneous, ito yung mga shopping, yung mga binili kong pasalubong, yan yung travel tax. Hindi included dito yung sa visa ha, yung visa fee. Pero yung travel tax included dito. And then yung mga extra baggage allowance na pinurchase ko. So yun yung mga other miscellaneous. So that was 39,140 pesos and 11 centavos. So yun. So this is the total expenses. So as you can see, food talaga yung pinakamahal. Kasi syempre, if conversion ang pag-uusapan, talagang mas mapapamahal tayo. Kumbaga yung $10 na simple meal doon would be 500 plus pesos na sa atin, di ba? And for us, pagkakain ka like sa fast food restaurant, yung 500 plus pesos na yun would be good for 2 people at least. Pero sa United States, it's just for 1 person. So yun. So ganitong amount yung at least need nyong i-expect for a 2-week trip to the United States, specifically for LA and New York City. So yun, so that's our vlog for today, guys. So I hope kahit papaano nakatulong to sa inyo or makakatulong to sa inyo in planning your upcoming US trip. And ayun, again, if you haven't watched my US vlog series, I hope na you take time to at least watch them. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel. So yun lang muna, guys. That's all for my vlog today, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys!